It's Onorato and Miller. It's Chris. It's Ash. Major League Baseball trade deadline is fast approaching. We'll talk about the biggest needs for the Yankees and Mets, both of them well in playoff contention in the wild card, but not far out of the division, certainly. NFL training camps have opened, and the Giants have their starting quarterback, according to head coach Brian Daboll. And we will talk with Stewart Friesen, who is a NASCAR Truck Series driver, lives here in the Capital Region.
Very
we had
popular.
him into the News Channel 13 studios. He's a huge deal around here.
Yes, very much so.
Dominated the dirt tracks around the 518. Fun conversation with him coming up. And we'll react to what happened at WNBA All-Star Weekend, the ratings, and the T-shirts. Onorato Miller starts now.
This is Onorato and Miller, sponsored by Alpenhaus.
Alpenhaus, Marcella's, Bev's, Novice, and Performance Industrial.
And Boomer.
And Boomer. We're dog sitting Ashley's parents' dog, Boomer. How old are you, Boomer? Say
2.
I'm 2.
I'm 2. Say hi to the people.
Yeah.
Jack Russell.
He's a good pup.
He is. He likes to snuggle.
But he's got to be on you.
He's got to be snuggling
with you. So this is, I think, going to be
what it'll be.
I think this is going to be the show.
Yeah.
All right. Sam is watching Boomer.
Boomer, named after Boomer Sooner.
That's right.
My dad's a big Oklahoma fan.
Always good to have you with us, Sam. And college football season, just to derail for a moment here. I am already so pumped for that first Saturday.
You've been talking
August
about the
30th.
schedule.
It's Texas, Ohio State. The first game of the day, noon, Texas at Ohio State. Two
Syracuse.
top 5 teams. And then you get a little side dish with Syracuse and Tennessee also at noon.
I will be very interested in that. Other people, not as much.
Yeah.
Much more interested in Texas, Ohio State.
No, nationally, yes. But in the Capital Region, I think a lot of people will want to know, okay, what does year 2 of Fran Brown look like?
Yep.
New quarterback. And was the 9-win season legit? I think it probably was, especially in a conference like the ACC. And then you get LSU and Clemson that afternoon.
Not bad.
Some good games. Notre Dame plays Miami Sunday night ahead of Labor Day. Some really good games. And then Belichick will make his North Carolina debut on Labor Day against TCU. Those first 3 days are going to be great.
It feels like it's been forever since Belichick got hired at North Carolina. There's been so much more talk about everything else going on in his life that it feels like I forgot that he's the head coach at North Carolina and still hasn't coached a game for them.
Yeah. Sam was at the Saratoga County Fair on Tuesday. I was there in the morning, Sam. So, I just missed you, buddy. Just missed you. I don't remember the last time I was at a fair.
We went to the Saratoga County Fair.
Years ago.
With your brother and nephew.
That was before COVID.
Yep. He was very little. So, yeah.
Yep. And the one thing that struck me as I walked in on Tuesday,
are we putting you to sleep?
Number of food options.
Oh, yeah. That's the best part of a fair.
I mean, it was unbelievable.
The best part of a fair. I mean, you don't like food that much, so for me, it's the best part of a fair.
I mean, I think there are more food stands there than at Saratoga Racecourse.
Oh, definitely. It's not even close.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, definitely more options. More worse food. I mean, you get like a mac and cheese truck.
Yeah.
But you can get anything.
Yeah.
Anything bad you can get at a fair.
Met a local guy who's opening a new coffee shop in South Glens Falls called Stinky's Coffee Company.
You got Poopies in Glens Falls, the diner. Now Stinkies.
That's right.
Stinkies and Poopies up in Glens Falls and South Glens Falls.
Okay. So we said, hey, congrats, man. Good for you guys. Yeah. Carol's joining us. Carol, good to have you. This is Boomer. This is Boomer.
Say hi to the people.
Yeah. Ashley's parents' dog, Boomer.
He's pretty chill.
Very chill.
He likes to get after
as long as you're holding him, he's
He likes to get after it and run around, but when you're chill, he's chill.
First day of NFL training camp, and the Giants head coach Brian Daboll says Russell Wilson is our guy. Okay, so not that there was no quarterback competition through OTAs and that type of thing, but Brian Daboll and Joe Schoen need to win games. Mm-hmm. And the best option out of the gate
probably
is Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm Brian Daboll, I think you have a better shot at saving your job if you start Jaxson Dart and show that he's playing well and there is hope for the future here. And so you should keep me around. Winning games with Russell Wilson this year doesn't really matter unless you miraculously make the playoffs. But if you go 6-11 and Russ starts 90% of the games, if I'm John Mara, Steve Tisch, that doesn't give me any reason to keep Daboll and Schoen around. Russell Wilson shouldn't be the starting quarterback next year, period. No matter how he plays this year, it should be Jaxson Dart, unless you just feel like he isn't ready. This is not an Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love situation here. Dart should be the starter kind of as soon as possible. And when we put up the Giants schedule here in a little bit, I'm telling you, it's going to happen much sooner than a lot of people think.
I was going to say, I'm not sure it's going to matter who's the starting quarterback. They're not good enough to win a lot of.
Are they not?
I don't think so.
I mean, the defense has.
They're much better.
Multiple pass rushers who are not elite, but top end. Mm-hmm. I understand the secondary is and has been suspect a little bit, but the O-line, Malik Neighbors, maybe not as many weapons as you want, but I don't know. It feels like, again, I'm going to show you the schedule, and you will quickly see why they probably won't win a lot of games. But it feels like they're not that far off if Dart really becomes the guy.
Yeah, I think when you're talking about learning a playbook, you're both learning the playbook for the first time. Because neither of you have been a New York Giants quarterback. So you're both learning the playbook. But Russell Wilson has the advantage of having played in the NFL for the last 12 years, however many years it is.
Yeah, longer.
15 years. He has that advantage. The defenses aren't going to surprise him. Now when he gets bull rushed because their O-line still isn't good enough, well, that's a different story. But will he handle that better than Jaxson Dart? Yeah. Because he's mobile, and I think he just will know what to expect when it comes to that. So I think he just gives you that advantage. If all things are equal and the playbook is new for both, why not start the guy who you think is just going to be he is more experienced. He's more experienced at that level. I think it's probably a smart play. I just don't know that it's going to result in that many more wins either way.
Yeah. Here is the Giants' schedule through Thanksgiving. At Washington, at Dallas, home to the Chiefs, home to the Chargers, at New Orleans, chance for a win there, versus the defending champs, at Denver, at the defending champs, against the Niners, at a rebuilt Chicago, home to the Packers, at Detroit. How many wins? These 12 games. Mm-hmm. How many wins do you see here?
3, maybe.
Maybe week 2 at Dallas, but I don't think so. I think Dallas is going to be. I think Dallas is better this year than other people giving them.
New Orleans, you could beat a Chicago team. It's a winnable game. You could get a win at Denver. I don't know that you will, but you could. But yeah, that's why I say 3. I don't know that I even have 3 confidently, but I don't think it's going to be much more than
Vegas.
3.
Vegas would set the over-under at 2.5, and you'd have to decide: are they 3-9 or 2-10?
Right.
But let me tell you something: if they start 1, 2, 3, 4, 0-4, going to New Orleans, that's the perfect spot to start Dart, because you say, okay, we're 0-4. New Orleans is a winnable game. And it's the softest game so far on the schedule. So
Can you beat the Chargers?
Let's get I don't think so. I don't think so.
Can.
Anybody can beat anybody in the NFL.
I get that.
Right? I would not today put any money on the Giants to beat the Chargers.
They've underachieved the Chargers to a certain extent.
But Harbaugh,
I get it.
Herbert.
Russell Wilson gives them a different look than they've had. This is not Daniel Jones. I don't know.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson.
Sam says 4-8 maybe. And he says, do we want them to win games though, Scott? No, Scott, right? I don't think you do. And not because you're after a quarterback in next year's draft, but how about this, Ash? The Giants start 0-4, 2-8, 3-9.
And the coaching staff doesn't survive.
And that's turned over to Dart. And then Dart shows some promise. And yet you still have a top 4 pick. That becomes very valuable in what will be a quarterback-rich draft. You trade that pick. You accumulate future assets. There's a way to make this work.
Yeah, my worry is just that it's so bad or not good enough that they fire everybody again. And no matter what, you're starting over. It doesn't matter. Like if you're starting with a new coaching staff, you might as well be starting with a new quarterback. Like that. And that's the truth. That's how this league works, is you're starting all over, a new offense, new language, new everything. So,
and you know how it goes. A lot of GMs and quarterbacks a lot of GMs and head coaches want their own quarterback, right? I mean, Daboll and Shane were pressured into re-signing Daniel Jones because he took him to the playoffs and got a playoff win. And yet I think if you ask them even during that season, hey, what's best case scenario? A result this year that allows us to move on from Daniel Jones and pick our own guy. And it just didn't work out that way, right?
Yeah, and I don't hate Scott's idea here. I think it's useful, and I think in that way there is a little bit of, it's not Rodgers Favre, but there is a little bit of learn from the veteran, then go take over. Like, let him practice, let him see the speed of the game on the field, let him kind of be a part of the listening to the play calls and watching the timing of everything, and then go let her rip.
Yeah. All right. Let me get to Sam's comment here too, right? This is media stuff, so if you're into this kind of thing, you'll be interested. Yes, ESPN is working to acquire the NFL Network. It's why they signed Rich Eisen's radio show. Eisen will go noon to 3 on ESPN Radio and simulcast video ESPN Plus. And yeah, that ESPN wants the NFL Network and the Red Zone channel. Now, this second part, Stephen A. replacing Scott Hansen, I think Sam is just having some fun with it. Yeah. But it is Stephen A.'s world, as his show once said. So I guess if Stephen A. wants it, he could probably get it.
Probably could.
All right, let's take a break here on Onorato and Miller. We'll come back. Major League Baseball deadline is a week away. The Yankees and Mets are in playoff position currently, but they have needs.
Do they ever?
What can they do to get better with a trade before the end of July? We'll look at some of the potential starting pitching options out there, both of which the Yanks and the Mets need. We're back in a minute.
Grab the family and get on the water in style with a Barletta pontoon featuring the power of a Mercury outboard motor. You'll be slicing through the waves with a smoother, quieter ride, leaving you to relax and soak up the sun. Whether you're cruising with a family or tubing and skiing, Barletta and Mercury will give you the best ride on the lake. With their unmatched reliability and refined performance, Barletta and Mercury won't let anything hold you back from having a summer you'll never forget. So don't wait. Stop by Alpenhaus Boats and start your next adventure today. Check out our great selection on Route 30 in Amsterdam and online at alpenhausboats.com.
I'm Jeff Ukelek. I'm owner of Bev's, and we're a beverage center in upstate New York. You're just going to have that wow component when you come in, like, wow, look at this place. It's bright, it's clean, it has everything that I need. Consumer is king. Be able to provide them a friendly environment and a place to shop, no matter where they are, whether they're down here in Saratoga or whether they're up in Queensbury. You're always going to get the same experience when you shop at Bev's. At the end of the day, if you walk in your stores, you're going to see a lot of people that have a lot of pride.
And now, back to Onorato and Miller. Sponsored by Alpenhaus.
Boomer's the star of the show so far here, which is no surprise. Carol is loving him.
My mom watching.
And your mom's watching.
Yep.
Checking in on Boomer.
From on the road.
Checking in on Boomer.
He's sitting right over here on a high chair that he doesn't like sitting on. He would prefer to be on our laps.
Trade deadline coming up here the end of July. Yanks and Mets have needs. Biggest needs, I would say, for both starting pitching. Mm-hmm. And I'll throw an idea out to you after we kind of run down some of the options here about what the Yankees should do. So, look, Garrett Cole out for the year.
Clark Schmidt
out
for the
out
2 years.
For the year. Still haven't seen Luis Heel.
Mm-hmm.
He's coming back. So clearly, after Fried and Rodon, you're kind of like, how many times can we run Schlitter out there?
Right.
Like, there is if you think you're going to make a run of the playoffs,
Stroman.
You need some pitching. They can get to the playoffs the way they're currently constructed, but you want to make a little bit of a run. You need some pitching. Same goes for the Mets here. They can get to the playoffs the way they're currently built, but you're not going to beat the Dodgers or the Phillies in a 7-game series without more pitching. But here's the good news. There's pitching out there. Look at some of these names here. Now, the first name, Dylan Cease, I don't know that San Diego, he's a free agent at the end of the year, so he becomes, he's
a rental.
Yes, and a reason for San Diego to say, probably not going to re-sign him. Let's move him now to a contender, even though we also believe we're a contender.
I was going to say, when you're a contender, do you not want him for a playoff run?
Yeah, I don't know.
So I don't know that he's available.
Correct. Teams are checking in on him, and San Diego is not yet saying no. Sandy Alcantara, who won the National League Cy Young, I think in 2022, Ash.
2 or 3
not
years
that
ago.
long ago.
3 years ago, maybe.
He's been injured and awful.
Mm-hmm.
He had an ERA over 7 for most of this season. It's now below that. And on Wednesday afternoon, he threw 6 shutout innings or something like that. So
I was going to say, up until that point, you weren't doing a very good job of selling him.
Well, correct. but when you look at what he was, you can probably get him for cheap enough from the Marlins that if I'm the Mets or the Yankees, I would be very interested. Mm-hmm. Okay. Zach Gallen, good pitcher in Arizona, has struggled this year.
I was going to say, but he had a great year
Correct.
2 years ago.
Yep. And he's still under 30, 29 years old. Good option. Merrill Kelly, one of his Diamondbacks teammates, also out there potentially. Seth Lugo, Charlie Morton, Chris Paddock, all vets who can fill in the back end of a rotation. Mm-hmm. Morton has pitched really well for Baltimore after a terrible start, and he has a ton of postseason experience. He will get moved by Baltimore, and somebody will, I think, benefit greatly from him.
For sure.
Here's what I would say about the Yankees. I wouldn't do a thing. I mean, maybe a small little move here or there, but I would not go all in on this year. I just don't think without Garrett Cole.
It's not going to happen.
Correct. So
why give up?
I wouldn't take on a rental, I guess is what I'm saying. Unless you felt like, hey, we can trade for Dylan Cease. It's not going to cost us much, and we're going to re-sign him. But they're not. Cole is making a ton of money. Fried's making a ton of money. Mm-hmm. Eventually, there are going to be some guys you have to pay, although the roster just seems like a very influx kind of thing. So I would stand pat if I were the Yanks, and I would say we can make the playoffs with what we have. Yes, we'll get bounced early, but I just don't see a move unless you can get a Cease cheap enough, an Alcantara cheap enough. I don't think adding Charlie Morton puts you over the top.
No, and when you don't have a bona fide, Max Fried becomes your number one or Rodon becomes your number one, whatever. Sure. But when you're talking about one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball being out for good, and then your very good number 4 pitcher being out for the year, like you just can't expect much from that. And so my thing is, for a team that has tried to start developing from within with a guy like Jason Dominguez and guys like Oswaldo Pereira and Cabrera, I think those guys, you've seen the movement. So keep towards it, but you can't do that if you're willing to give up pieces like that in order to get a rental for Dylan Cease. So like I say, just stick with it. If you're going to try to build from within and you're going to be this team and organization that values a farm system and wants to go back to the ways of old while still signing big guys like Max Fried and Garrett Cole, then don't give up some of those young guys to try for a team. Like if we had those other two guys and you just thought, we're not good enough, we need that extra push. Okay, then fine. Then that's when you give it up to try to win with a roster that is ready to win now.
Yeah, I mean,
they're not ready to win now.
Yeah, you're not going to trade Austin Wells.
Nope.
You're not going. I wouldn't trade Ben Rice. So I just don't know that there are a ton of options to move here. Sam says best trade they'd make would be trading managers.
By the end of the year, it might happen.
That's everybody, man. Every year,
Yep.
And Sam's not a Yankees fan, but every year fans have been calling for Boone to be fired.
The last 5 years easily. Every year for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
And he's continued to make it.
Sam wants not only make it, but get contract extensions. He and Cashman just got contract extensions. Sam wants bullpen help for the Mets. Yeah, I think the Mets need pitching kind of across the board.
Top to bottom.
Yeah. And maybe a little more consistency from Juan Soto, who has a very high on-base percentage, but only hitting in the 250s.
Still getting those walks.
Yeah, I mean, he's like a 400 on-base percentage, which is crazy. I always say the mark is, okay, what's your batting average? I know we don't care about that anymore, but I want your on-base 100 points higher. He's 150.
Yeah.
He's 150 over that. Speaking of the Yanks, we'll do our weekly check here on Aaron Judge. Now 101 games, still first in average, third now in home runs. Shohei Ohtani has hit a home run in five straight games. He has 37 as we do this show live on a Wednesday night. Cal Raleigh with 39. And so Judge slips to third in home runs. He slips to third in RBIs, still first in OPS and hits. Still the MVP in the American League, but as I've said, that thing is getting closer and closer. Justin Verlander won on Wednesday afternoon in his 17th start this year, his first win of the year.
As a Giant. It's almost... I mean,
the Giants aren't a bad team. It's not like he's pitching on a bad team.
Hard to be Chris Onorato and go 17 straight games and not win. Just like a lot of times, like you got dumb luck. You get a game where your offense breaks out and scores 10, so you don't really need to be great and you still win. Part of it's been going five innings has been partial problem, bad luck. Games where your team only scores 1 or 2 and you give up 5. But and then it starts to rain in this game and people are like, boy, is he even going to get there?
Well, Sam will tell me the Mets in the mid-90s had a pitcher named Anthony Young. And I believe he still has the major league record for most
winless starts.
Most winless starts
in a row,
or most losses without a win. So like a stretch of decisions that were all losses without a win, and it was like 25 or 27. Sam will, I'm sure, tell me, or I'll look it up in the break as well. But Anthony Young has the record that applies in some way to what we saw from Verlander here.
And this obviously was to start the season because he was winless. He's winless as a Giant. So his first starts, there you go.
So he lost games. These were losses before he was not a no decision, right? Yeah. These are 0-19. And I think even the stretch of games counting no decisions went into the mid-20s anyway. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I was just saying it's pretty hard to do.
Yeah.
But for a guy like, and I get it, he's 42 years old. This is not the Justin Verlander of 4 or 5 years ago, even 3 years ago. He seemed like an ageless wonder at points, but it seems difficult to, and I'm not going to say fall that far. It's not like that would make it seem a little bit ridiculous, but for that name to go that long without being able to win a game somehow, it seems almost hard to believe.
The fact that he's still going, Scherzer is still pitching. DeGrom has been really good this year for the Rangers. These guys into their late 30s, early 40s, still going.
Yeah, DeGrom isn't quite that old, though.
I think he's 30. 8.
It's older than I thought, but it's not 42.
It's not.
Verlander 42. That's pretty old.
Yeah.
And I mean, younger than you, almost younger than me, but pretty old.
Yeah. DeGrom, he just turned 37.
Still, okay.
So,
I mean, he's up there.
Yeah, but just turned 37.
Got a late start. It felt like he was like busted on the scene.
He
late
did
in
get
life.
a late start. Absolutely. Yep. And still multiple Cy Youngs.
Yeah.
And now, Dirty, Difficult, and Done. Sponsored by Performance Industrial.
Bill Miller, Karen Miller, Sean Wilcoxon. We told you about the Freedom Classic. That's happening on Monday, July 28th. Charity golf tournament at Van Patten Country Club or Golf Club.
Golf
Club. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just wonder how they make that decision. Country Club means there's always a fee. Golf Club means no fee.
Country Club is a membership.
Public can't play there.
You can play at a country club, but you have to go with a member.
Gotcha.
As far as I know.
Saratoga National is a golf club.
Right.
So I don't need a member to go play there.
You
just need a lot of money.
Yeah. And a reservation. A tea time. Can't
All right,
just show up.
Here's our Dirty Difficult Done of the week. Rich Hill, the 3-decade career not
wonders.
Done. 45 years old, called up to the majors and pitched pretty well. Gave up 3 runs through 90 pitches.
Just to throw 90 pitches, that's pretty good most nights.
I think so too.
Hey, get out there and throw 90 pitches. Great. Whatever you do is what you do.
Yeah, eat up some innings for us. I don't know that he gets another start, but
that's got to be kind of cool though.
Yeah,
for him.
He's currently the oldest guy in the majors right now on an active roster. But Rich Hill, I mean, I think he was drafted in 1999, right? So you're getting him a stretch of 3 decades here, and 45 years old and still going. Crazy.
It feels like he's pitched for. When you think of Rich Hill, what's the team?
Cubs.
He pitched in Toronto, right?
Yep.
That's where I think of him.
Interesting. Toronto, Boston, Chicago, Kansas City now. I think of him as a Cub.
Okay.
He's been everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I say that, but he wasn't a Brave ever. Ever pitched for the Yankees, Mets?
Not that I know of.
Yeah. So I don't know that he's been everywhere.
Yeah. Feels like, I mean, when you have a 3-decade career, you're likely to, there are plenty of guys who have had 10-year careers and play for 10 different teams. But it feels like when you play for that long, you just end up playing more places.
Yeah. Heck of a run.
So good.
Our Dirty,
I love that.
Difficult Done this week. All right, when we come back here on Onorato and Miller, Stewart Friesen, Capital Region racing legend. And doing really well on the NASCAR Truck Series circuit. He was in studio with us at News Channel 13. Our conversation with him next, ahead of Bowling at the Glen coming up in early August. That's why we had an opportunity to talk with him, as he will navigate that road course in a truck driving really, really fast. Takes a lot of skill. Back right after this.
Life is about making memories. It's about sharing special moments with those we love and cherishing those moments forever. So whether you're gathering the family around a new patio set or grilling a meal they'll never forget, we can help you design a space that is as beautiful and as special as the memories you create. Visit Alpenhaus on Route 30 in Amsterdam and Clifton Park Center, and let us handle the heavy lifting. Take advantage of free local delivery and we'll haul away your old grill or patio furniture.
At Marcella's Appliance Center, our commitment is to you, providing essential appliances that families depend on for cooking, refrigeration, cleaning, and sanitation, plus appliance repair. You can have peace of mind that Marcella's is here for you today and every day, like we have been since 1957, helping you make the right choice with trusted brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and many more. Shop Marcella's Appliance Center in-store, online, or by phone. We're here for you.
And now, back to Onorato and Miller. Sponsored by Alpenhaus.
We've got Stewart Friesen with us here now, NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. You're in Sprakers, New York, not far from the station right here in Menands. Thanks for being in here, and it's great to meet you. NASCAR Truck Series, people who maybe tune in on a Saturday night or a Sunday morning are missing out on some really good stuff. I mean, the action that the trucks bring every single weekend. We've got a director here who's like, oh man, Stewart Friesen's coming in. I'm going to miss him. I'm not going to be here. I prefer the trucks over the cars. Why do you maybe prefer running some trucks over the cars?
I love the Truck Series. This is my 10th year doing it, 8th full time. Have great support from Halmar International, which is based in New York City. So it's been really cool to travel the country the past few years and you know, see all these different cities and race at some really, really cool venues. And it's wild. The races are a little bit shorter than what you see in the Cup Series on Sunday afternoons. There's a lot in prime time Friday night. And yeah, shorter race, a little bit more condensed action, and it's been really fun to be a part of. You grew up, I say grew up, but you grew up on kind of the dirt track circuit. You've dominated Fonda Speedway for many years. What I have here, Mr. Dirt Champion in 2020, 5-time Northeast Driver of the Year. What was the transition like going from mods to trucks? It was definitely a relearning experience. You know, I was a Truck Series rookie at 33 years old after already getting a good, you know, career rolling in the modified division. I got hooked up with Chris Larson and Halmar International, and Chris said, let's go try this Truck Series. So we went out to the dirt track at Eldora in 2016, had a decent run, and it just snowballed from here, from there. So we were kind of a standalone team. Our shop is located in Statesville, North Carolina. We have 14 or 15 guys working down there right now, and we build our own trucks from the ground up, which is something we're really, really proud of. And we've had some really, really good results as of late. So it's a lot of work and a lot of commitment, but it's pretty awesome to be a part of the whole series. Are you good around motors and vehicles other than driving them really fast? I know my way around them pretty good. I'm pretty hands-on with the modified stuff that we do. That's in our shop here up in Sprakers. But we got some real experts on the truck. We got a couple engineers and some good NASCAR guys that can get them tuned up for me. Going to the Glen, awesome 3-day event in early August. What is that course like when you consider driving a truck as quickly as possible through that difficult course, as we know? The Glen is awesome. It's kind of like a super speedway of road courses, you know, for the NASCAR community. It's very, very fast. Some really technical spots. The downhill getting to turn 1 is tough, managing the braking zone. Up through the S's where you can be just about wide open, into the bus stop, and then the carousel and all that kind of stuff. It is big, but it races kind of small just because you're carrying so much speed. So a lot of passing zones there. I was able to run there once before in 2021 on the backside of COVID, where we just got in with no practice, and it was like, okay, guys, go have at it. So I remember that race got rain shortened. I don't know how we finished. It wasn't great. I know it was really, really hot that day, and some of my cooling systems failed inside the car. So I remember getting out and going, man, thank goodness that's over. But excited to get back. Like I said, new road race truck for us this year, so excited to get that on track, and I know we'll have some good speed at the Glen. Top 10 in the standings right now as we talk. What's been going right so well for you this year? Just a lot of hard work down at the shop. You know, it's been kind of a rebuild the last couple years, and we're finally starting to build our notebook and be able to rely on past notes and, you know, unload with fast trucks each and every week. So that's kind of the key. The races are won and lost in the shop, and we're putting good stuff together and unloading with a lot of speed every week, and we've had some really good finishes this year because of that. How much weight do you lose over the course of one race, maybe especially if it's hot in the Glen? Yeah, it's got to be around 10 pounds. Come on. Try to stay hydrated as much as I can. You know, I wear a cool suit, and we got kind of a fresh air system to the helmet, but you still sweat a lot. So, you know, hydration is key, especially as we come into the summer months here with all the heat that we've had and humidity in the Northeast. So it's something to be said about, you know, staying hydrated, staying fit and active, and being able to perform during the races. Pre-race meal or all liquid-based? A lot of liquid. Try to get a Pedialyte or liquid IV, something like that, in my system beforehand. A lot of water and stuff the night before, and then just something light, some chicken or something like that. Try not to pack on a big greasy meal before the race. So it's trying to pick and at some small stuff and try to keep myself as mobile as possible before the race.
What's more difficult, being a backseat driver with your wife behind the wheel or running a company with her?
Both have very unique challenges. My wife's a great racer in her own right, has had some great runs at Fonda this year, and will continue to do so throughout the summer in the modified division. Running the company with her, the race team has been challenging at times, but it's awesome. We're pretty much 24/7 at it, and it's great to have such a great partner in life. Jessica just does a great job taking care of me and Parker and all our guys on the race team. So
is there trash talk at home about who's faster, who's more competitive, who's more daring?
There is. When her modified isn't set up just right and it doesn't do what she wants it to do on the racetrack, me and all the guys really hear about it. So she's very analytical of her race car, and she's a great teammate because of that, because it makes us better, and it makes the equipment we bring for me sometimes better based on her feedback. So she's a great teammate.
And you've got the t-shirt business as well.
Yeah, she's got her hands full with Onesie Tees, our screen printing company. She does a great job with that.
When you're behind the wheel in a race, I know there's communication with your team, but there's nobody else in the car with you. Are you talking to yourself out loud or internally?
Well, I've had a bad habit of talking out loud and pushing that radio button and communicating
Things
that
the team shouldn't hear?
Or the people listening at home. You can get on the NASCAR app and scan all our races and listen to all the crew chief and driver banter. And so recently I've tried to tone that down a little bit and talk to myself a little bit more before I broadcast that information or feelings to the public and to the world.
Watkins Glen, bowling at the Glen. Going to be a lot of fun in early August. Stewart Friesen with us here. Thanks, Stewart.
Thank you.
I'm Jeff Ukelek. I'm owner of Bev's, and we're a beverage center in upstate New York. You're just going to have that wow component when you come in, like, wow, look at this place. It's bright, it's clean, it has everything that I need. Consumer is king. Be able to provide them a friendly environment and a place to shop, no matter where they are, whether they're down here in Saratoga or whether they're up in Queensbury. You're always going to get the same experience when you shop at Bev's. At the end of the day, if you walk in these stores, you're going to see a lot of people that have a lot of pride.
The great thing about Novices, no matter who you are, they're going to put all the detail in the world into your brand. I feel like they have been a big part of my success, making me feel comfortable.
This is Harrison Butker, Super Bowl champion kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs. Claim your crown.
And now, back to Onorato and Miller. Sponsored by Alphen House.
Back on Onorato and Miller. Sam says, if you haven't seen a NASCAR race in person, you've got to go. I have not, and that's what I hear from everybody. You've got to go. The question is, where do you go, I guess?
New Hampshire, Delaware, Dover.
Dover?
Yeah.
Okay.
Close-ish. Heard it's fun.
Yep. Braves and Reds are going to play a baseball game on a NASCAR track.
Which could be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would for sure go. I think once in my life, I would like to go see one. The experience, the noise, the speed, the environment, the people. I would like to experience it. Have a couple of beers at a NASCAR race. I think it would be fun.
Carol says it's awesome.
We have literally have a dirt track a quarter of a mile from our house. I could almost throw a baseball and hit it. And we've never been. So our goal is to go before the end of the season, which is coming up quickly because there's a chance it might not be there next year.
Yeah, so good chance. We don't know what will be there, but there's a good chance they're not racing cars. And I would go. I feel like I'm a little spoiled now, where for the most part I could go to a baseball game and sit almost anywhere, because what I know is I'm going to go to many baseball games still the rest of my life. But if if this is a bucket list thing, and I think I'm only going to get to one NASCAR race.
You want to do it a certain way?
I
think just sitting anywhere would be fine.
No,
I'm good. What do you need? You don't even know what you need because you've never been. You don't know what the setup is.
You're right. I don't know what I need, but I need our buddy Josh Sims to tell me what I need.
He would be happy to do so.
And then maybe help me get what I need.
Do you know how many times he gets asked for things?
I know. What did I say to you? Didn't I say this the other week to you or the other day to you?
People asking for tickets.
Oh my God.
And now you're going to be one of them?
No, not necessarily. I might just be like,
hey, just because I work there doesn't mean I can get tickets.
That is.
It's the truth.
A golden statement right there. Right.
Oh, hi. Do you want to come up?
Right. We are allowed into places because
Ourselves.
We have media credentials, not because they like us to give us tickets.
Okay.
Sam has been to Malta, got dirty. Yeah.
We've heard that.
You got to be prepared to be dirty.
Mm-hmm.
And the request has been fulfilled.
Here we go.
Sorry. I'll need to see Richmond. Yeah.
We need to see Boomer.
You see Boomer.
You tired?
My brain. Forget about it.
Chris napped with Boomer today.
Sure did.
Oh, yeah, that's you.
Scottie Scheffler. This guy. We post Tiger 2009.
Yep.
We have been searching for the next, not Tiger. I mean, yes.
But it's him.
Lazily, we've been like, who's the next Tiger?
Right.
But we've been searching for the next guy to be like the consistent winner in the sport. And a lot of people thought it was going to be Jordan Spieth.
Mm-hmm.
Remember how
Yep.
hot he started? Then it was going to be Rory, and it took what did he go, 11 years in between Grand Slams?
Are we boring you?
Then we thought maybe it's Brooks Koepka.
Yep. Or Bryson.
And
John Rahm.
None of them developed into a consistent winner on tour and in the biggest tournaments.
Right.
And here's Scottie. I get it. It's only his fourth major title, but he's got 3 of the 4 legs of the Grand Slam now completed with the Open Championship. And he wins seemingly all the tournaments in between.
Correct. And that's, I think, the biggest thing is, like, for the most part, he's winning all the tournaments in between. The ones he's playing, he's winning. And when you say, like, Scottie or the field,
Scottie.
Most times you would take the field and everyone would say Scottie.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to take Scottie Scheffler. And he's not winning in the way that Tiger did. He's not the athlete that Tiger was. Mm-hmm. But he's as sure a thing as there's been since Tiger, no doubt. It's not even close.
Yeah, pretty impressive. And everybody, caught up in kind of his quote unquote rant about the priorities in life and winning and those types of things. I don't know if we talked about it on last week's show or not.
A little bit.
But then he goes out there and wins. It was like, hey, winning isn't everything. Winning isn't the most fulfilling thing in life. But I'll just go out there and win.
But losing's way worse. It'd be way less fulfilling to lose and not make as much money, right?
Yeah, and he didn't say, I don't care about winning. He said, I'm just telling you. He goes, I can win a tournament, and 2 minutes later, what am I having for dinner?
Mm-hmm.
So he's just trying to put some of that into perspective
yeah.
for people, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's been unreal. Carol was rooting for Rory. Rory,
he's another one.
Rory to win the Open Championship would be very cool, especially if you could set it up in a particular area of Europe. That would be.
By the way,
okay,
we've got an invitation.
Oh boy,
my parents.
Don't do this to me. Okay,
my parents are planning, and my aunt are planning a 2027 trip to I call it the British Open still, the Open Championship.
Okay,
I said Chris would like to go to that.
I would.
I don't know, somewhere overseas. We'll have to look it up.
Okay.
But they weren't going to plan it for next year. So the year after, I said, well, Chris would probably be interested. So we may get in on that with you. So, yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
It's not a sure thing for you.
Well,
you want to go somewhere else?
I feel like that is something I should see. It's where golf was created. It's the sport's oldest championship. Yeah, I feel like it's something I should see. Am I ready to do that by 2027 when I haven't been to Lambeau?
Well, then get to Lambeau next year, would you? You missed out on the prime. I mean, you may think that maybe it's as cool seeing Jordan Love, but I would much rather have seen Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre play at Lambeau.
Yeah. And Rodgers too. I get it. Yeah, I did.
But maybe at the end of the day, he ends up getting a Super Bowl or two, and we're talking about him the same way we talked about them. Probably not, but
yeah, work did not make it easy to get to an NFL game, especially one in Green Bay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just not easy to get to Green Bay. It's like getting to Albany, New York. It might be worse.
Oh, it's worse. It's worse.
Because you just fly into Milwaukee, or can you fly into Appleton? Then drive? I think that's what I did.
You can.
I think I flew into Appleton and
drove. I know people who have flown into Madison.
Okay.
And then driven down or over or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Down, I think.
Not easy. Not easy to do. Yeah. Your mom says St. Andrews. Well, okay.
There you go. Now he's sold.
That
we could just combine our trip to London there. Go to London, go to Scotland. We're good. Or Ireland, Scotland.
That changes things a little bit.
Who's out there?
Yeah.
Oh, a doggy.
And now I know, like Sam made it to the Masters. Christina Talamo said to me the other day in a commercial break, she looked at the date and she goes, "Oh, is this the date where people find out whether or not they were chosen in the Masters ticket lottery?" I said, "I don't know." She said, "Oh, do you not apply for that every year?"
No.
I'm like, "No." I think her husband Sean does.
Yeah.
He's a big golf guy. Watches golf every weekend. Okay. So, but yeah, that's yeah. Brian's checking in. Brian, always good to have you, man. Whenever you're able to find time.
Talking about a trip to Scotland, Brian. You know, the old ho-hum, hop over the water, across the pond, as they say.
Yeah. Caitlin Clark did not play in the All-Star game, and she didn't compete in the three-point shootout.
The WNBA's worst nightmare.
The ratings were still good. They were not as good as last year when she played, but I think they still averaged more than 2 million viewers. What stole the show here was the T-shirts. And it said, "Pay us what you owe us." And it came off the heels of the most recent CBA negotiation, which was a Thursday. The game was played on Saturday. And the players are going to get a bigger piece of the pie. We're talking like a $2.2 billion media rights deal. And I think if you want an expansion franchise, they're talking like $250 million a pop. So there's a lot of money coming into this league now, and the players' share does not quite fit. Now, they're not going to get what the NBA players get, okay? Let's just stop right there.
But that's probably not what they're asking for either.
But if they're getting, I think they're like 9% right now. You've got to get to at least a quarter, right? You got to get to at least 25%
What are they asking for?
That I haven't seen publicly here.
But you're probably not going to get 25, but you're going to get 20.
You have to at least, you have to do more than double your number now. You have to. And I think 25 is the number you should.
How much of that you get?
I know.
Caitlin, I don't know her middle name. Caitlin Ann Clark.
Yeah.
Write the check and just hand it to her.
Yeah, I know. and what will be interesting to see is how salaries then work themselves. Like, will Clark, she should be the highest paid player.
She won't be. But yeah.
When she's off her rookie contract, she should be, right? Or no? Would you? I guess let me say this.
People are going to argue she's not the best player.
Right. So take away the off-court value of Caitlin Clark, which still means fans in the seats, jersey sales.
That's all.
I'm just talking about her on-court performance. Just her on-court performance.
Okay, so don't take.
Should she be the highest paid player?
No.
Yeah. Who would you pay the most in that league?
I don't know, but Breanna Stewart should probably be paid more than her.
Asia Wilson.
Ionescu, Asia Wilson. I'm not going to say Aaliyah Boston, but it would probably be close. Like there are a handful of people who should be paid better than she should be. Add everything in.
That's
she
it.
Gets paid.
If you're a franchise, you pay her the most, and this is not a great comp, but Shohei Ohtani reset the market and nobody will touch it. because the Dodgers realize the off-field value of Shohei Ohtani. And yes, he's a pitcher, and I get it. He's a great player.
He has the and I understand being from Japan has its own value. But pitching and hitting has more value than being from Japan. I think that's the most marketable. He's one of the best pitchers and best hitters in baseball. The comps to Babe Ruth, not the fact that he's from Japan, the comps to Babe Ruth and the numbers he's putting up on both sides of the ball are what make him the most marketable, in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. The Dodgers said, hey, we're going to pay him $70 million a year. And guess what? We are going to make more than that every year off him, just based on his, for the lack of a better word, NIL, his merchant. And so much of that has to do with the fact that he is from Japan and playing in a West Coast market, the biggest West Coast market there is. Had the Cubs signed him, it doesn't have as much juice. So the Dodgers had more incentive to sign him because of where he's from. They knew immediately, we're going to make all of our money back. So anyway, the pressure is on here with the WNBA. CBA expires in October. The commissioner can feel the heat. She's asked about it all the time. And the players basically are they're in prime position. I mean, if they were to hold out, or go on strike.
Listen,
right?
they deserve more.
Yeah, they're going to get it. And they'll get
question.
It, right?
They deserve more. That league is the hottest thing going right now. There isn't much else on this planet in sports, all of sports, maybe outside of F1, that is as hot as the WNBA. So you pay them. Yeah. You just have to hope there's not the drop off on the other side. You've got Caitlin Clark for 10 plus years.
Yeah.
You just have to hope that it survives beyond whenever she leaves, but it's a risk you take.
Yeah. And I assume it will. Live sports just continues to be dominant when you talk about TV ratings and rights deals. Everybody wants live sports. Look at what NBC is doing. Look at what all the streaming platforms are doing. They're buying live sports. Right. They're moving away. They're still doing their shows, but NBC is clearly the programming is not working for us. We need live sports. And they're going to basically every night of the week have some kind of live sporting event happening. That's what people are watching.
I read an article in SI, and I'm not going to come up with the name of them, but there are basically, it's a restaurant, but it's a viewing experience. It's almost like the equivalent of the Sphere, but not the Sphere. It's a viewing experience where they basically have access to punch all the cameras that a broadcast would, and you can sit in what is stadium seating, and it's almost like you are seated courtside or at the basket or whatever, and that's the view that you get for a Lakers whatever game, and that's how they do it, and you can hear they pick up audio. It's kind of crazy. So you pay $50 to have a seat. You can get food, drinks at the restaurant. You're at the stadium without being at the stadium because the cost of tickets are exorbitant and you can't get there or whatever. So there's these new stadiums going up.
How do they do it for say the capacity of 200 people? How do you contain the audio and
I don't know, but it's you've got, it's almost like an auditorium, but for lack of a better word. Sure. And it's kind of seating like that. And the closer you are, the more expensive the seats, but you get food, drinks, whatever. And they're becoming wildly popular because it's for people who, can't spend the money to do whatever, but they're popping up all over.
Will you get one game at a time?
Yeah.
Understood.
Yep. So it's like a sporting event. One game at a time.
Okay. So you don't get to pick the game.
Nope. You buy tickets to the Lakers-Kings game or whatever soccer game you're going to see. But yeah, they can punch cameras essentially the way that they would otherwise.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Let's take a quick break here on Onorato and Miller. We'll come back with who took the bigger risk in 2000, Bill Belichick or Robert Kraft. They both have their interesting perspectives. Back on O&M right after this.
At Marcella's Appliance Center, our commitment is to you, providing essential appliances that families depend on for cooking, refrigeration, cleaning, and sanitation, plus appliance repair. You can have peace of mind that Marcella's is here for you today and every day, like we have been since 1957, helping you make the right choice with trusted brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and many more. Shop Marcella's Appliance Center in-store, online, or by phone. We're here for you.
The great thing about novices, no matter who you are, they're going to put all the detail in the world into your brand. I feel like they have been a big part of my success, making me feel comfortable.
This is Harrison Butker, Super Bowl champion kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs. Claim your crown.
And now, back to Onorato and Miller. Sponsored by Alphen House.
Alphen House, Marcella's Bev's Novice Performance Industrial. Brian's going to the Hall of Fame this weekend. Nice.
Okay.
Cool. NFL season is like right here.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel it. I'm somewhat excited for the preseason. And I think it all stems from the Braves being awful, right? If the Braves were really good, I'd be more invested and occupied by that. But they're terrible. They're going to trade most of their good available players, and it's on to football season.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that probably earlier than I would.
Normally would.
Yeah. Belichick and Kraft had interesting comments here in the last couple of weeks over who took the bigger risk, Kraft hiring Belichick or Belichick going to a franchise that was in rebuild mode.
Yep.
Who took the bigger risk? Kraft says, I hired a guy
who didn't
really win. I took a big risk hiring a guy who had a losing record.
What was your risk? Losing more? You were already losing at the time.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was that big of a risk. I don't think it was that big of a risk for either one. Belichick was getting a head coaching job somewhere from a job where he was coming from the Jets, yes, as a coordinator.
Right. Could have had the Jets job.
Yeah, and he
had the Jets
chose
job.
not to. Chose to go to the Patriots instead, and it worked out.
Yeah.
I just think it's ridiculous. I mean, the back and forth is ridiculous, but I think it's a little ridiculous that Robert Kraft thinks he took this enormous risk hiring Bill Belichick. I don't know that there was real risk to it.
Well, we don't have the Brady Belichick debate happening in New England anymore. So now you've got these two ego-driven old men arguing who, took the bigger risk, who was more responsible for the success in New England. And I just don't know. I mean, I say the word ego. That's what it is.
It is ego.
Why both of these guys can't just say, hey, we had great success.
Yeah, it was a team effort.
I'm good.
So glad I hired that guy. I'm so glad he hired me.
Yep. Kraft has a ton of money. Belichick's got a 24-year-old girlfriend. Just go enjoy life, guys.
They both have a ton of money.
Do we need to turn this into some kind of debate?
It's the Brady Belichick debate, and that went away. So we needed something else to talk about.
Yeah, that's exactly it. All right, started the show with this news that the Giants have named Russell Wilson their starting quarterback going into this season.
Yep.
I think by the New Orleans game, Jaxson Dart will be the starting quarterback.
Carol, that is Boomer's dad. That's also my dad.
Yeah. Coming to pick up Boomer to save Boomer.
Save Boomer from the podcast.
From a day here at our house.
Boomer and Chris hung out for the day.
That'll do it for Onorato and Miller. Everybody, thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. We will see you middle of the week next week.